Hello, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And today I'm not going to talk about, the political or current affairs per se, although, knowing me, they might just creep into my podcast episode anyway. I also do not know if this is going to be completely in English or if I might actually use Urdu and Punjabi to effectively express myself today. Because I, for one, have just had it. And today the running theme is acceptance. Acceptance. I think not. Like, why the hell am I the one who should always accept everything? Isn't that the very reason why I am where I am today? Accepting people's stupidity, accepting people's idiocy, accepting the fact that this life is hell, accepting that people are inconsiderate, selfish, motherfucking a-holes, accepting the fact that every single person around me has caused me more pain, more loss, and more harm than can be counted on all your fingers and all your toes put together. And probably even all the countries put together, you never know. Accepting the fact that people's stupidity can lead to the ruin of my life, and it has happened, and I have had to accept that too. Accepting the fact that all this has led to 20 years of my youth wasted. Accepting the fact that even God cannot compensate that wastage of youth and time. So what is he going to do? He's going to give me amnesia. Thank you very much. Yes. As is said in the Quran, that there are, God admits in the Quran that there are certain losses and certain pains that God even can do nothing about. So what is he going to do? And he calls this he speaks about it as if this is some really huge favor. He's going to make us forget about it as if it never happened. My answer to that: even if the mind forgets, the spirit, the heart, the body does not. How are we going to deal with that? And obviously we have no choice but to accept that too. And we have to thank him for it. We have to thank him for giving us amnesia so that we could pretend none of it happened. Yeah. We need to accept the fact that in our society, everybody has an excuse for making you accept what they never accepted. It's amazing. Our parents who have never accepted any damn thing in their life, they tell us to accept everything. Our grandparents who never accepted any damn thing in their life, they tell us to accept everything. The older people want us to accept the fact that they are wiser, even though they are probably even more stupid than the day they were born. The younger people want us to accept the fact that they're stupid because they're young. And then they want us to accept the fact that they're brilliant also because they're young. And then we have the adults who want everybody to accept everything about them, but they don't want to accept anything about anybody. My question is, why do I have to be the one to accept everything and everyone? Why do I have to accept Pakistan the way it is? Which is, by the way, the core, the ultra root cause of Pakistan's situation, the condition that Pakistan is in today, the destruction, the implosion, the explosion, the demise, all of this of Pakistan today is because of the acceptance of the people of Pakistan, of every single corrupt person here, of every dishonest person here, but the acceptance of corruption, of dishonesty, the acceptance of having corrupt leaders, dishonest leaders, the acceptance and the indulgence towards everything and anything that is bad, of immorality, of lack of values, of no etiquette, no manners. That acceptance is what has led us to where we are today. So I refuse to accept, thank you very much. And you know what I really refuse to accept? I refuse to accept this freaking motor machine or whatever the fuck it is that seems to run every freaking night, all night till the early hours of the morning. And I could never find out what the fuck it is and who the fuck is behind it. And I refuse to accept the fact that I should continue to tolerate this when I have been tolerating this for a year. I refuse to accept the fact that 1 year of this droning noise all night, every night, that has penetrated my freaking brain actually cannot be heard by anybody else in the neighborhood. And I cannot understand how is it that everybody is accepting this noise, this extremely annoying, irritating, indistinct noise. And I'm calling it indistinct because that is wrong. Actually, I should call it indistinguishable, because one cannot freaking find out what the bloody heck it is. And I think it has to do with this freaking house near us that is under construction. It explains the timeline of 1 year, and it explains the freaking noise of the machine that one cannot freaking figure out what it is. What I want to know is, why has nobody from the Canal View office, why has nobody from the admin told them to shut the freaking thing off at night? I mean, imagine the impact it has on our brains, especially on my brain. I mean, I'm already going through a huge mental health situation because of the unnecessary tension and stress that this country and its freaking people and its freaking government has been causing me for the past freaking 2 decades, or almost 3 decades actually, if I count all the years in, even my years out of this country. The fact that I have to tolerate this hellhole, the fact that my mind has fried to this extent that I'm always irritable, I'm always pissed off, and I am literally having some sort of a dementia, I think, due to all this stress. Because let me tell you one thing, when your mind is overloaded with stress and tension, the first thing it does is it starts removing memories, especially the immediate ones and the ones it thinks are not enough. Remember, this is what I call when your mind is overloaded, or when you have a full drive or overdrive. And so much as you remove stuff from your memory card, from your storage, from your, disks, this is how your mind starts removing what it thinks are unnecessary stuff. And unnecessary stuff means memories, because memories are not exactly necessary. Not all memories are necessary. And so the brain starts removing, especially most recent memories or things that have to do with, day-to-day occurrences. And, so you go in this half amnesiac state and this half demented state, where you're just moving around, where you don't know if you're having Alzheimer's or if you're just, unloading your mind because of all the tension and stress, You're already going through that. And the residential area that you're living in proves to be a mini Pakistan. So now you're having a double dose of Pakistan. You're having the big Pakistan giving you that dose, and then you have the mini Pakistan giving you that dose, and you're having a double dose, a double shot. Now imagine what your brain is going to go through. Now forget the impact, okay? Forget the mental impact that this droning sound gives. I mean, one really wonders, are you in a freaking jail, or are you in the freaking army, or are you in the freaking war? I really do not see how, why I'm subjected to this when I'm not even living in a country that is supposed to be at war with another country. Although, well, technically we are now at war within ourselves. There is a civil war that seems to be in a Cold War stage, because our people freaking don't even know how to fight properly because they're so busy accepting things. Thank you very much. Yeah. So now I have to go through all that mental stress, but added to that, added to that noise pollution, which I'm going through as if I'm in a freaking prison of torture, or as if I'm in a freaking war, where I have to listen to this droning sound all night, every night for a freaking year. Now, look at the physical impact of this pollution. The physical impact is the sudden jerks, the sudden shakes that you feel when you're sitting on the floor, especially in the upper story. When you're on the upper story of your house and you're sitting on the ground, as in you're sitting on your carpet, you're sitting on on a futon, you're sitting on any damn thing and trying to work. Or if you're praying and then when you are sitting down to prostrate, and then the sudden shakes and the sudden vibrations, and the sudden jerks. And you don't know if there's a bloody earthquake or if you're the one who just suddenly lost your inner balance, or is your brain maybe just having a sort of a minute dizziness, a dizzy spell maybe that your brain is having subconsciously. You don't know. Now, that is even worse when your body doesn't even know if it is itself, if within itself there is a problem, or if this problem is coming from somewhere external. So you have this double impact, both on the mind and on the body. And now, if you're feeling all these sudden jerks and sudden shakes and sudden vibrations, and you're wondering if there's an earthquake or if it's you, now imagine the actual impact on the earth itself, on the ground itself. What is going on then because of this consistent droning, whizzing, whirring machine that is going on all freaking night, every night for a freaking year at least. I mean, just imagine. It will just blow your mind. So I'm really wondering if the people in the admin are freaking dead. Seriously, are you freaking dead? How is it that a whole freaking year has passed and nobody has even thought of going and asking them that, what, every day, all day, during the day, people are already so exhausted from using their brains and their bodies working. And at night, they all deserve a good night's sleep, or they all deserve to be relaxed. They deserve for their brains to stop vibrating. They deserve for their minds to be in peace and calm and silence and quietude and all that freaking stuff, which you're supposed to automatically have in your own home. So can you kindly just fucking stop this freaking machine already? If you need to turn it on during the daytime when everything is already very noisy and everybody's already busy vibrating and shaking all over anyway due to work. At least let us have a calm night. Did it occur to any goddamn person from the office to go and tell them that? Like, what the fuck are you there in the office for? Yes, you're damn right I'm peed off. I'm so peed off, I wish there was another word that was bigger than fuck. Because at this moment, even the word fuck isn't doing it for me. This is how peed off I am. That what the frack, man? It's been one freaking year. One bloody fucking year. What the fuck is it? Why can't it stop? I mean, it wasn't enough that added to this, there was this a-hole who decided it was okay to operate a machine, a road constructing machine, that's the frequency of which actually matched the frequency of our homes and other constructed areas, so that even though that freaking machine was working on the road, like on the other side of the main road, as in literally the other side of the city, or not even the city, how do I say, we're both in one side of the city. Imagine if we're on the east and they're on the west. Okay, it's like that, but so we're on, for example, if we're on this side of the canal road, they're on the other side of canal road, near Johor Town. And they're running that blasted machine all night. Yes, again, at night. And all the houses that are in the nearest vicinity are vibrating, literally vibrating and shaking heavily because the frequencies match. And I, on the other hand, on this side of the road, who actually should not even feel anything, I should not even be able to feel anything because it should be like, at least, let's put it this way, it should be at least 5 to 8 kilometers away, if not 10. So, between 8 to 10 kilometers away, there is this road constructing machine going on. And yet, over here at my end, I can feel the vibrations. This is how powerful and how moronically stupid that machine was. I mean, who uses such a machine to work on roads in a residential colony? Those machines are used for highways and motorways, not for local roads and streets. So, who would suddenly decided that he was being so wise and that he had a 180 IQ that he could use a machine whose frequency matched the frequency of constructed areas around, so that all the houses around are vibrating, and those at the very, very far end, 10 kilometers away, are also feeling the shakes. Seriously, they finally complained and told the a-hole to use his freaking brain for once and stop using the bloody thing. It took them 2 days to get that thing to be 2 days after their complaint, that is. So that was going on for months, and it took 2 days yet again after they complained for it to completely stop. And then I'm trying to figure out, okay, if that stopped, then what the freak is this? What is this? What is this sound that I can never find out that is driving me crazy every night, all night, because I'm getting this weird droning sound from some freaking where? And now we're beginning to realize, after I asked my mother, who was also going quietly insane because of it, that it's most probably the freaking neighbors who are constructing their house. And I swear, I've just had it with the acceptance of the people all around. This is why Pakistan is where it is today. Because the people are so busy grumbling at home and then accepting it. Accepting it. We're going to accept ourselves to our graves. We're going to accept ourselves into hell. Yeah. Because if I'm damned if I'm going to accept all of this. If I'm going to accept all this bullshit, then you better accept hell in return, because somebody's got to pay. Somebody has got to pay for my acceptance. If I am going to accept all this shit, then anybody and everybody concerned, anybody and everybody related to it, anybody and everybody involved needs to pay back with hell. Do we have a deal? If you don't want that, don't make me accept things. Okay? I refuse to accept all this bullshit that is going on around me. Okay? I have accepted more than enough in my life, which is what led me to this point in my life where I'm freaking driven insane. And the bullshit never ends. Just never ends. I wouldn't be surprised if one day I will just up and move towards all the government institutions and all the other places that I can get my hands on and burn them down to the ground. And if I find anybody coming in front of me, I'm going to damn well burn that person down to the ground too. Yes, this has been my feeling from day one for the past 12 years since I entered this country 12 to 13 years ago. It's 12 years now. Since I entered this country 12 freaking years ago, this has been my, growing, insatiable feeling and emotion that I have been trying so hard to push down, but it doesn't get pushed down. And because my mind has now become so irritable because of all this bullshit, all this constant noise, all this constant pollution, all this constant stupidity, the morality, the insanity, the lack of consideration, the selfishness, the dishonesty, the corruption, the acceptance of all of it, the forcing me to accept all of it. I've had it till here. And for years, I've been wanting to burn everyone and everything around me. Heck, I wouldn't mind this country burning down to the ground if it could just finish once and for all. I mean, thank you very much, But if it won't finish and it won't fix itself, then what the fuck are we doing, Something's got to break, Either fix this country's shit or completely obliterate it once and for all. Why force us to live in this condition, in this limbo? Why? Why are the people not just accepting it, but why is it that the people became a part of it? Why is it that the people partnered up with it all? Why? I mean, no wonder they're such cowards now that they don't even know who to burn, where to burn, and what to do, because they themselves have been a part of it all. I swear, all I want to do is to just crash and burn. That's what I want for this. If this place cannot fix its shit, it needs to crash and burn. The people need to crash and burn. I mean, what kind of a freaking human being do you have to be to run a freaking machine or motor all night, every night for one whole year? And what kind of freaking human beings do you have to be to accept it for one whole freaking year? What the fuck? Accept it. You know what I'll accept? I'll accept you all going to hell. I'm already in hell. To me, leaving this hell to go to another hell, no issue. But I'm definitely taking no prisoners. Everybody needs to go down with me then. That is the only way I'll accept it. Accept it. My ass, okay? Acceptance, my ass. This is me signing out. Khuda Hafiz. Although I seriously do not even wish to say Khuda Hafiz. Bye-bye.